Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn, and in this training video I'm going to teach you how to pass a teacher interview. I'm going to give you sample questions and also suggested answers. So if you have any kind of teaching interview coming up whatsoever, whether it's for a main teaching role or teaching assistant role, then please do stay tuned to this video, because I promise you one thing, it's really going to help you. Okay, a quick introduction by myself before we get into the questions and answers. My name is Richard McMunn. I'm the founder of the career guidance company howtobecome.com, and I've been helping people for over 20 years now successfully pass their teacher interview. If you would like more teacher interview training, questions and answers for free, or if you would like a copy of these slides to download so you can use during your preparation for your teaching interview, please simply put a comment in the comment section below the video, say hello or tell me what teaching interview you've got coming up, and I will give you a link to download these for free. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Just click the red subscribe button below this video so you don't miss out on any of the weekly videos that I'm creating. And also, if you do like the video, I would very, very much appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. Okay, let's get straight into the content. Teacher interview question number 1. I'm going to give you the question. I'm going to give you some important tips to help you structure your own answers, and then I'm going to give you some suggested answers. Okay, here we go. Question number 1, tell me about yourself. Now, this seems like a really easy, simple question to answer, but it is not if you're applying for a teaching role. Okay, it is probably more likely than not will be the first question you get asked during your interview. So let's have a look at 3 tips for answering this question correctly and getting off on the right foot. Now, don't think this is an easy question to answer. It isn't. You need to demonstrate in your answer you have the tenacity, enthusiasm, determination, and the mindset to become a teacher. So make sure you look at the job description and mention key elements from the role within your answer. And I'll tell you how to do that in a second. Also, make sure you use some or all of the following keywords and phrases in your response to the teacher interview question, tell me about yourself. So I've taken these from a sample teaching job description, and you need to include in your answer the fact that you are an effective communicator, both writing and verbally. You have a strong ability to plan and organise effectively. That's a key competency of a teaching role. You are passionate. You're a passionate teacher who can adapt under pressure and deliver results. And let's face it, teachers are under immense pressure. So you need to mention that during your answer to this question. You can cater for diverse learning requirements, really important in today's teaching roles. An understanding of the bigger picture. And what I mean by that is the school is under immense pressure. So you have to understand that and apply that to your role. Be flexible and adaptable in your role, and also effective at behavioural management. And also having a positive and enthusiastic outlook, which can be difficult at times as a teacher when you are under immense pressure. But you have to have that positive and enthusiastic outlook. Okay. Here's my suggested answer for you for the teaching interview question, tell me about yourself. I'm a positive person who has an enthusiastic outlook on life. I love my job and I get a great sense of achievement from seeing my students and pupils develop and grow as individuals. Now, if I can have a positive impact on their future, I feel I am doing my job well. I am an effective communicator, both in writing and verbally, and I have a strong ability to plan and organise effectively, something which is crucial to the role of a competent teacher. I cope very well with pressure and can adapt my style or teaching methods when needed to deliver consistent results. I have an understanding of the bigger picture and the pressures that are placed on the school. I am someone who always implements effective behavioural management processes in the classroom and strive myself on an ability to continually develop both personally and professionally. So that's a great answer, and obviously quite a lot for you to write down. So don't forget, if you put a comment in the comment section below, then I'll respond within 24 hours with the slides that you can download. Okay, question number 2 for your teacher interview. Describe your teaching style. So what kind of style will you have in the classroom? Here are 2 tips to help you answer this question correctly. Describe your teaching style as something worth investing in. Okay, now the interviewers aren't really expecting to hear a revolutionary response here, or for you to give them something, a style they've never heard before, but it's got to be something that they think, yeah, we'd like to invest in this person, we like their teaching style. Now steer away from answers such as, I'm really, really big on discipline. A better response to this question will incorporate ideas such as group work, exercises, classroom engagement, and effective behavioural management. Obviously, you'll need to demonstrate capability of being flexible and recognise when a different teaching style, a diverse style, is appropriate for the lesson in question. So, here's my suggested answer to the teaching interview question: describe your teaching style. My teaching style is primarily centred on class engagement. I adapt my teaching style in order to cater for everyone and make the material as interesting as possible. I like to use group exercises, colourful slides, and even videos where possible to demonstrate my learning points. I believe this is something which increases student interest significantly and from my experience leads to a better learning experience overall. I am highly effective at behavioural management and focus on the 3 R's of respect, response, and the right way to learn. These have served me well over time. Now, finally, I have an approachable, inclusive style of teaching that is sufficiently flexible enough to cater for a diverse range of learning styles, needs, and requirements. A very good response to that question, and I think that kind of style is something that an interview panel would want to invest in. Now, obviously, there's no right or wrong answer to this question, but that should give you a good basis to form your response. Okay, teacher interview question number 3. How would you manage the behaviour of your students or pupils in the classroom? Okay, quite a tough question to answer, especially nowadays when teachers are under so much pressure with what they can do, they can say, and what they can't do or can't say. So here's 2 tips to start off with. Tell the panel you would set boundaries of respect from the get-go, from straight from the off what you expect. What these boundaries are is obviously entirely down to you, but I will provide you with an example during the forthcoming response. Now, explain the benefits of your approach to managing behaviour and how this has worked previously. Okay, here we go. I would set boundaries from the get-go. These would involve 3 things: respect, response, and the right approach to learning. Now, respect is the respect of each other and me, the teacher. Response is the process in which we will all abide by in the classroom when either asking questions or answering questions. And the right approach to learning is getting the students to understand the benefits of learning and how this impacts on their future. Now, of course, there are other facets to managing behaviour in the classroom, including having a teaching style that's appropriate to the students' needs, but I feel strongly that it's important to set firm boundaries from the outset that we will all abide by. Now, these boundaries I implement within my lessons have stood me in good stead, and I rarely have behavioural issues with my students. So you are explaining there how you would manage the behaviour of your students using your style of teaching. Now, obviously, if you have any kind of experience, situations in the past where you have managed effectively, please give them during that answer as well. Okay, here we go. Question number 4. How would you cope with the pressures of teaching? Now, I said this at the beginning, is that teachers have a very difficult job. I don't think personally they are respected enough in the world. They do a very difficult job under intense pressure. So this is a likely question. How would you cope with the pressures of teaching? So here are 2 tips to help you answer this effectively. Make sure you have a thorough understanding of the job description and the teaching role you're applying for. Now, obviously, if you do get the opportunity, visit the school or educational establishment before you attend the interview to speak to people to find out what the role is involved and also the pressures that the school or educational establishment are under. Tell the panel what the pressures are so you understand what they are and how you plan to cope with them. Here's my answer for you. So I fully understand the pressures that are placed on teachers, and I also understand the pressures placed on you, the school. These pressures need to be managed effectively so that we all work together to achieve the aims of the school and meet the needs of the students we are teaching. To begin with, I believe in proper, effective planning of both time and lessons. Planning helps significantly reduce stress as a teacher. Secondly, I believe in maintaining a positive and happy mindset. If you are happy and positive, this rubs off on your work colleagues and also the students you are teaching. Finally, I look after myself outside of work. I eat well, and whilst I am not a massive fitness fanatic, I often go walking and carry out physical exercise to clear my head, and this also helps reduce stress too. Okay, question number 5. Tell me about a teaching lesson you were involved in that didn't go well and what you learned from it. Okay, a difficult question. Tell me about a teaching lesson you were involved in that didn't go well and what you learned from it. So what you don't want to be saying is, well, I've never really had that kind of situation where nothing's gone well. What we're looking for here is honesty, but also an ability to change your style or change things and also learn from the situation you were in. So here are 3 tips. Don't mention anything relating to a lack of discipline or unruly students. This demonstrates an inability to manage behaviour. Try describing a situation that was time sensitive. So this will make the situation you were in easier to explain away. And I'll give you an example in a second. Tell the interview panel what you learned from the particular experience. So here's my sample response to the teaching interview question. Tell me about a teaching lesson you were involved in that didn't go well and what you learned from it. To be truthful, this type of situation only happened in the early days of my teaching career, and I was quick to learn from the mistake I made. I was called in at the last minute to cover a lesson for a colleague as he had to go home on compassionate leave. I only had 2 hours to prepare for the lesson, and instead of using that time effectively to revisit the previous lesson plans handed over to me, I focused on what I thought would be right for the students to learn during my time with them. Now, this proved to be a mistake. During the lesson, I had a battle to maintain their concentration levels simply because they were not expecting the lesson I was delivering. I learned a lot from that experience, and it has never happened since. I always plan my lessons effectively, and if I am called in to cover another teacher's lessons at short notice, I will always look back over previous lessons to make sure continuity is followed. Okay, now if you want more, there's just 5 questions and answers there for you. If you want more of these, loads more, please click the link below the video or go to my website, passmyinterview.com. You can get free 30 days access to my online training course, loads of behavioural interview questions and motivational ones to help you pass your teaching interview. Also, don't forget, if you want these slides to help you learn, please put a comment in the comment section below this video. Tell me what interview you've got, or if you need any advice, put it in there. Also, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, please click the link below the video as well, and you will see in the description of the video there is a link to my LinkedIn profile. Please connect with me. I'd love to make contact with you. Don't forget to subscribe and also like the video. And I wish you all the very best for passing your teacher interview. Thank you for watching.